services. The pastor won't have to preach 8 hours trying to get you free from one thing. Lord, y'all ought to help me in Conway. Do me a favor, look at somebody on your road and say, we got to do better. Yes, God, we got to do better. And so my problem tonight is not that I have a problem with you. I don't have a problem with God, but there's a problem with the method. There's a problem with how we're doing what we're doing. Y'all ain't gonna talk to me in here. Who says we got to preach? What if God want to move in worship? What if God want to move in prayer? But you know why God won't move in prayer? Ask me why. I'm glad you asked, because you don't come for prayer. You come when you know the praise team gonna get up. And you should not be a leader in the Lord's church if you can't get in prayer. Lord, I wish I had a praiser in this room. Child, I don't want to hear her pray today. Well, stay home. But can I tell you something? You're gonna wish that prayer was your foundation, because the Bible declares, I wish I had a praiser up in here. In Luke 18:1, men ought to always pray and not faint. Ask your neighbor, do you have a prayer life? All right, Tim, it takes me to the text, because Job is a praying man. Be seated. 18 minutes, we gotta go. Job is a praying man. Woman of God, he's a praying man. Job was so in love with God until Job said this. The Bible said he was a perfect man. I know you got your own definitions of perfect, but the Bible meant perfect just like it said. Job was a perfect man. There's a Hebrew definition that means whole. Job was all man. I'm gonna get in trouble. Job was all man. Job was 100% man. And so I got a problem. I have a problem with men trying to be husbands before they learn how to be a man. Yeah, it's getting hot in here. And then I got a bigger problem with you ladies who married him and they still mama's boys. I ain't got praises, so everything you go through, they gonna call their mama. Every time y'all argue, you gonna find him at his mama's house. The Bible said, let every man have his own wife, and every wife have her own husband. But the Bible called him a man before he called him a husband. I wish I had a praiser in this room tonight. Lord, I got to get out of South Carolina. Y'all act some kind of way. Job is a praying man. And the Bible declared that Job was the richest man of the East. He was a perfect man, one who feared God, one who eschewed the evil. Preach, boy, I'm trying to do the best I can. One who did not run to drama. But we're in a church now that runs to all of the drama. If you want to find some folk in the church, just find out where all the gossip is at. Y'all ain't gonna talk to me in this country church tonight. I gotta get out of this African American church. You want to find some folk in church, you find somewhere where there's gossip. Y'all ain't gonna talk to me. You one of us too, go. You gonna find folk in the midst of gossip. Y'all ain't gonna talk to me here. And I know you deep and holy and say you don't like no gossip, but the devil is a lie. Every last one of us in here like a little bit of gossip. Y'all ain't gonna talk to me in this church now. But Job is a man who runs from drama. And so the Bible said that his sons, he had 7 sons and 3 daughters. And the Bible said when they go to their house for their birthday celebrations, Job gets up and make burnt offerings for his children. He says, woman of God, it may be that my children have sinned. It's quiet in Conway. When was the last time you went to God for your children and said, God, I know he party like a rock star, but I'm going to praise until he come to church. I'm going to praise, and I'm going to pray until he get delivered. Y'all ain't going to talk to me in this church tonight. And so the Bible said that there comes a day when the sons of God come to present themselves to God. And here is the problem. Satan comes with them. Now the theological thought or the authorical argument would have to be, how did Satan have the audacity to come into the presence of God? Well, let me help you understand something. Understand that although he's been kicked from the heavens, he's still a son. Y'all ain't gonna talk to me. His name was Lucifer, which means what? Son of the morning. Well, who is the morning? Y'all ain't gonna. Well, the Baptist church said he's the lily of the valley. He's the bright and the morning star. So Satan comes into the presence of God, and God asks Satan a question. 12 minutes, second first, we got to go. He says, from whence cometh thou? He says, I've been to and fro the earth, up and down the earth. And then God has the audacity, if you will, to ask him, has you considered my servant Job? He's an upright man. He's a man who fears me. Sometimes it's your relationship with God that can cause you to go through. Y'all ain't gonna help me in South Carolina. It's not I'm going through because I've done anything wrong. The reason I'm going through is because I'm saved, I'm